Welcome. In this video, I'm going to be taking a look at this YVOER 128GB digital voice recorder. So this was provided to me by the distributor, but they're not compensating me for this video and they're not reviewing it before I post it. If you find this video helpful and you want to purchase one of these, I'll put a link to it in the description on Amazon. And if you use that link, it helps me out a little bit and doesn't cost you anything extra. So if we look on the back here, it says MP3, mini, noise reduction, voice activation. It comes with a recorder, earphone, data cable, adapter, manual, and buckle. So let's get this open. So here we have the manual. We already went over what's in the box. Here's a product description. We have the USB charging port. The headphones also plug into there. We have an on-off switch, a reset port, and an indicator light. Let's talk about charging it. It says time set. So if you plug this into a computer, it has a text file, and you can edit that text file to configure it. You can set the time. You can turn voice-activated recording on and off. And you can also change the bit rate. So you can see the different bit rates that are supported here. At the low end is 129 kilobits per second. At the high end, we have 3072 kilobits per second. So they recommend 512 kilobits per second. So the higher that is, the more power it's going to take and more storage. So this talks about the indicator light. This talks about how to reset it, playback, using the headphones, transferring data. So this has USB 2.0 transfer. So you can plug it into a computer and copy the files off. This talks about things that can cause noise. And here are the product specs. So there's a sticker here on the 128. I suspect this has been upgraded from what it originally was developed at. And some troubleshooting there. So let's pull this out. So here's the recorder itself. It has a film on it. I'll pull that off. And the film does show on and off. So on is towards the USB. So this has an integrated clip here, and this is metal. Actually, the whole perimeter is metal, and it's plastic on the inside. Then we have the switch and the indicator light and the reset, and we have the micro USB charging. Let's pull the accessories out. We have a warranty card, and in the accessory bag, we have headphones, a micro USB charge cable, a key ring, and a USB-A to USB-C adapter. So the headphones plug into micro USB, and here it has a control on it. So let's try charging this. I have a USB charger here. I'll plug into it. So you could charge this with a phone charger. You could plug it into a computer to charge it. I'll plug in here. It's hard to see on camera, but we have a light here showing it's charging. So it does say 0 on the charger, so I assume it's probably already charged. So at full charge, they're saying on the Amazon description that this gets 750 hours of storage and 30 hours of battery time. So I'll unplug this here, and now I'll turn this on. And I'm watching that red light in there, and it just flashed a few times. So now we're recording with this. I'll set it down. And now this is audio recorded by the digital voice recorder. So according to the description on Amazon, this holds up to 750 hours of recordings, and the battery will last 30 hours. So now I'll turn off the switch. And we can plug this into a computer and retrieve the files. Okay, so here I'm at my MacBook Pro. I'll plug in the digital voice recorder. It showed up on my desktop. I'll click it. I'll open up the Get Info. We can see this is formatted as exFAT and the capacity is 125 gigabytes. So it's rated for 128, but after you format it and put software on it, that can lower the capacity a little bit. So I'll open this up, and here we can see record, and we can see this WAV file. So I'll open it with VLC. Flashed a few times. And here we can hear the recording. So I played this earlier, so I'm not going to play it again. So I have some software here I can use to look at the stats on the file. So here you can see the stats, and we recorded that sample at 512 kilobits per second. Now if we want to change the settings, we can open up the timeset.txt in a text editor. So you can enter the time here. We can turn voice activated recording on, and we can change the bit rate. So if we want the highest bit rate, I can change that there. I guess I'll go in here and change this also. So I'll save this out, and I'll eject it. And now I can turn this on, and I'm going to do some testing of the voice activated recording. So I just had a space in there. And here's another space. And there was a third space. So now I'm going to play this back, and I'll play it natively how it was recorded on this, and you can see it will have removed those spaces. And I'm going to do some testing of the voice activated recording. So I just had a space in there, and here's another space, and there was a third space. So now I'm going to play this back, and I'll play it natively how it was recorded on this, and you can see it will have removed those spaces. So aside from sticking it into a computer, we can put the headphones on here, we can turn it on, and then we can play with these controls. So I just tested that. When I hit play, it started playing the last file that was recorded. So then you could use the controls to go to the previous recordings. So that's the YVOER digital voice recorder. I really like the small size of this. It takes up very little room. If you're using this in a classroom, you could clip this to something like your bag, and it would just kind of blend in. People wouldn't really notice it easily. You could also clip this to other things. Now you could also use this for other types of recording, almost like you'd use a nanny cam. But if you are doing something like that, you would want to check the laws in your local area. Some places require two-party consent, other places only require one, and there may be other laws you need to follow also. But since this has 128GB storage and 30 hours of recording time, you can get many recordings out of this before you have to offload the audio. So this would be great for students recording lectures, or maybe recording some negotiations or a meeting. You could put this out and get everything recorded on here. And it records into that nice versatile WAV format, so you can use it on any computer. So that's all I'm going to cover in this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you like this video, please click like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate it if you could do that. And thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.